Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about a few things today, primarily my new track that is coming out this month in July, but I also want to touch on a couple of tracks that I've got coming out later on in the year too. So, I don't know if any of you can remember, but recently I made a video explaining an artistic goal of mine, which was to release one track or EP every single month. And I acknowledge that that sounds like a lot, but because I write so much music, it's actually very achievable for me. I've got so many tracks and even EPs across my musical projects that are complete, and I'm going through the process of releasing each one month by month. And also, I explained previously that this is really an artistic and creative goal of mine. It's really important for me to write music, to be creative, and ultimately to put my music out there. My creative endeavors are my fingerprints on the world. So that is why I set this goal for myself. I read something recently about how artists really should have the courage to release their music, even if you're a perfectionist, even if you feel like the unfinished track isn't good enough or that it'll never be done. Sometimes you really just have to push yourself, because a lot of these tracks and a lot of these pieces of music that we write are not meant to be staying on a computer forever and no one having the opportunity to hear them. So that was the background to that. So I'm going to be telling you about the release that I've got coming out this month, and also some new psytrance tracks that I've got coming out later this year. So I don't know if you can see from my top, this is a Lana Del Rey sweatshirt that I bought from one of her UK shows. I was fortunate enough to see her at the end of June perform in Liverpool. Lana Del Rey is one of my favourite artists of all time. I've been a fan of hers since video games came out. I believe that was 2012. She's a couple of years older than me, but we're in sort of the same age group, so I feel really that I've grown up with her. I spent most of my 20s listening to her music. She's been with me for a long time, and really seeing her live in the flesh was a full circle moment for me. Like I said, I've followed her for many years. I've had her music in my life for many years, and one part of the show in particular really resonated with me. The track Ride, from her first Lana Del Rey album, I believe it was, from the Born to Die album. She had EPs, I think, and demos and unofficial releases that came out before Born to Die, the album, but I think Born to Die was officially her first debut album. Sorry if I've got that wrong. So the track Ride, I've always loved that track. I actually really love that album. Born to Die is actually probably my favourite album of hers. It's really difficult for me to pick a favourite, but that one in particular will always have a special place in my heart. I really love all of the tracks on that album. Anyways, Ride, the extended music video, it was always very emotive for me, and I really related to a lot of the themes expressed within the song and the music video. And I just want to read you out some poetry that she includes within her Ride music video, the music video for Ride, and it's also included in the live show. So, we had nothing to lose, nothing to gain, nothing we desired anymore, except to make our lives into a work of art. And that poetic verse has always, ever since I heard it, has always stuck with me. There's something about it, about those words that I really gravitated to and I really related to. And particularly where I'm at in my life right now, in my artistic journey with my creative ambitions and goals, that verse really embodies what actually I'm trying to do with my music. I have a large body of work. I want to continue adding to that body of work, and that's really why I've set myself this goal of releasing one track or EP every month. So the release that will be coming out in July is a release with my techno project Malificent. It comes out on the 23rd of July and the track is called Cardinal Sin. I think I have explained before that when I really started to get into techno, what really struck me was the vast differences in style and subgenres within the overall genre of techno. And this track, Cardinal Sin, is quite different to the other techno tracks that I've released so far. It really features a lot of tension in the track, tension and release. It is melodic. It really takes advantage of the use of breakdowns and breaks. I experimented with filters and automation, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play a little preview of the track now. Preview of my track Cardinal Sin, which comes out on the 23rd of July with my techno project Malificent. I now want to talk to you about my China Rose project, which is my psytrance project, my psychedelic trance project. China Rose was the first of my electronic projects that I started. I haven't released any psytrance music under China Rose this year so far. There hasn't been any particular reason for that other than I haven't had new material finished and mastered, basically. This week I received a new track back from mastering, and I'm going to play a clip of that track for you now. So that track will be released later on in the year. It's been 2 years in the making. It might actually be more than 2 years. It went through many different evolutions, and I'm just really, really happy with the way it has ended up. I really love this track. So that probably will be coming out in October. I haven't submitted it for release yet. I still need to finalise the artwork, but I'm really, really excited for you guys to hear it in full. So in terms of the China Rose releases, of late, well, last year, 2024, I released a lot of singles. My last EP was released last year in 2024. My last EP was called In the Midnight Forest. And I am hoping to release my 7th China Rose EP. I can't believe I've released that many, but it will be my 7th. I'm hoping to release that at the end of this year, 2025. And I'm going to play you now a clip of one of the tracks from my 7th EP.
This place is in the heart. The will to endure comes from within. When the battle is fought, who will remember you? Dawn is here. Get back up.
So that track I actually finished over a year ago. Was it maybe even 2 years ago? It's been a long time that track has been finished. And I'm really looking forward to the 7th EP coming out later on in the year. So yeah, that's just a little bit of news. That's just an update as to what's been going on with me creatively and what you can expect to hear from me in the coming months. So Cardinal Sin by Malificent, my techno project, will be available to stream or download from all major music platforms from the 23rd of July this year. Take care.